women with issues of blood. Have you ever felt invisible, like the world moves on around you and no one even notices your struggle, your pain, your very existence? Imagine living with a condition that no one sees, that no one talks about, that keeps you on the edges of life. For 12 long years, there was a woman in the Bible who lived like that. 12 years of suffering that separated her from everyone she loved, everyone she longed to touch, everyone she longed to be seen by. She had tried everything: doctors, remedies, treatments. She spent everything she had, and yet nothing worked. 12 years of disappointment. 12 years of hope that never came. Can you imagine it? The exhaustion, the frustration, the loneliness of knowing you are different, untouchable, unclean. Every day is a struggle. Every step is filled with fear. Every hope ends in silence. And then she heard about him. Jesus, the one who healed the sick. The blind could see, the lame could walk, and the broken could be made whole. She listened, quietly, secretly, to the stories of what he could do, and deep inside, a spark of hope began to glow. Could it really be possible? Could he really help her? But there was a problem. The law said she was unclean. The rules of society said she was untouchable. And the people, they would not allow her near him. She could not go up to him openly. She could not demand attention. She could not ask for help. And yet, her heart was desperate. She had nothing left to lose. Then, in a small, trembling thought, an idea came to her. If I just touch the edge of his cloak, if I just get close enough, maybe I will be well. It seems like such a small thing, doesn't it? Just a touch, just a moment. But for her, it was everything. It was courage. It was faith. It was hope wrapped in trembling hands. She moved through the crowd. Every step was terrifying. What if someone pushed her back? What if she was caught? What if she failed again? Her heart raced. Her palms were sweaty. Her breath came in short bursts, but she moved forward anyway. And then she touched him, just the hem of his garment. And immediately she felt it. The 12 years of suffering, of fear, of shame vanished in an instant. She was healed. Her body, her soul, her very life restored in a single moment of faith. Can you imagine the joy, the relief, freedom? Years of pain gone, as if they had never existed. But then something surprising happened. Jesus stopped. He turned. He asked, "Who touched me?" She must have thought, "I can't be noticed. They will shame me. They will reject me." But she couldn't hide. She fell at his feet, trembling, and told him everything. And here's the part that makes my heart stop. Jesus didn't scold her. He didn't shame her. He didn't tell her she had broken the law. Instead, he called her daughter. "Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace. Be free from your suffering." After 12 years of hiding, after 12 years of shame, after 12 years of feeling invisible, she was seen, she was recognized, she was restored, she was loved. And here's what this story tells us. God sees us, even when no one else does. Even when the world turns its back, even when life has made us feel invisible, even when our faith feels small and fragile, God notices. And sometimes healing requires courage. Sometimes the smallest act, the tiniest step of faith can change everything. She didn't need to demand attention. She didn't need to fight the crowd. She just reached out. Quietly, secretly, humbly. And that was enough. Faith matters. It doesn't have to be big or loud. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to exist. Even the tiniest spark of belief can meet the power of God. So let me ask you this. What is the 12-year struggle in your life? What have you carried for years that no one else sees? What pain, what fear, what shame has kept you on the edge of life? Could a small step of faith, just reaching out, just believing, change everything? The woman's story is not just about sickness. It's about hope. It's about perseverance. It's about daring to believe that life can be different, that God can transform your story in ways you cannot even imagine. And there's something even more beautiful. Jesus didn't just heal her body. He restored her dignity. He restored her place in the world. He reminded her and reminds us that no one is beyond his love, no one is invisible, and no one is unworthy of being seen. Can you imagine how that must have felt? After years of hiding, to be called daughter, to be seen as a person, a human being, not a condition, not a problem, not a shame. Maybe you feel invisible today. Maybe you feel unworthy. Maybe the world has turned its back, or maybe you have turned your own back on yourself. But God sees you, God knows you, and God has the power to restore you, body, mind, and soul. The Bible says her faith healed her. That is the same promise for us. Faith, even the tiniest bit, can meet God's power. Faith can bring freedom. Faith can bring life. Faith can bring peace. So what will your story be? Will you take that small, trembling step of faith today? Will you reach out, even if it feels scary, even if it feels impossible, even if no one else notices? Because God's power is waiting. God's love is waiting. And that step, small, simple, yet full of faith, could change everything. Remember this: you are seen. You are loved. You are worthy. Your story is not over. The years of waiting, of suffering, of feeling invisible, they do not define you. God can make all things new. 12 years of suffering ended with a single act of faith. What could one act of faith do in your life today? You don't have to be strong. You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to reach out. You just have to believe. One touch, one step, one act of faith. Will you take that step today? Will you reach out and trust that God sees you, knows you, and wants to restore you completely? The woman with the issue of blood teaches us that hope is never lost, that even after years of pain, God's healing power can reach us, that even in our weakness, God's strength can lift us, and that even when we feel invisible, God sees us. Your story, just like hers, can be one of courage, faith, and freedom. Healing is possible, restoration is possible, peace is possible. All it takes is faith, one small, brave step toward the one who sees you, loves you, and can make all things new. So, what will you do with your moment today? Will you reach out? Will you take that one step of faith? Will you allow God's love and power to touch your life? Because He is waiting. And just like the woman with the issue of blood, your life can be changed forever. If this story touched your heart or brought you hope today, make sure to like this video. It really helps us reach more people who need encouragement. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more stories from the Bible that inspire, heal, and give strength. Hit the notification bell too, so you never miss a story that could change your life. Because every story, every step of faith reminds us that you are seen, you are loved, and you are never alone.